New videos every day.
Do you ever hear a news article or you read something and it talks about factory farming or animals in mass production, but you're kind of confused and you really don't know why that should even be important to you? My name is Ruth, and I used to have an organic meats business. We used to farm animals on grass, which is not your normal factory farming situation. And I learned a lot about how the industry is today. I also have a degree in animal science from Texas A&M. So I got a lot of exposure to both agribusiness and the organic side of a more holistic approach to raising animals and having a natural approach to food. And one of the very interesting things that I came across in the years that I was in the ranching part of the business, comes to the diet that the animals eat. In the press today, there's a lot about omega-3 and omega-6, and those two words, or that series of words, is probably very confusing to most people. We don't know what it means, or you hear it, but you don't really understand what it is and what it has to do with you. And in a nutshell, you're supposed to have a specific ratio of an omega-3 fat or fatty acid to an omega-6 fatty acid. And normally we're supposed to be a 1-to-1 ratio. For every omega-3 you take in 1 omega-6. Now the interesting thing is corn and other grain products are extremely high in omega-6. And what's that done to the American diet is we now have a ratio of 1 omega-3 to 20 omega-6. So we're in an incredible imbalance in our diet and how it's affecting us. And the really interesting thing is it goes back to even the meats that you eat. When the animals are factory farmed, they're given high grain diets. They're almost exclusively on a grain diet. And this elevates the omega-6 inside of the meats that we eat. So when you buy something from the grocery store, you actually are going to be consuming high levels of omega-6, and that is opposed to, say, an animal that's raised on grass. So a grass-fed animal will have the omega-3s from the plants that it takes in, and it won't have the high content of omega-6. So whenever you have grass-fed animals or animals that are on a more natural diet based on what they're supposed to be eating, then you have a natural balance of omega-3 to omega-6. And most grocery stores and your cheapest meats are not going to be from grass-fed animals. They're going to be from factory farmed animals that have a lot of grains in their diet, or mostly grains, and really no plant-based products that would go into the diet. So that is a point that most people probably don't understand or realize whenever it is that they eat meats from the store. So how does omega-3 and omega-6 relate to you, and why is it bad? Well, it's really a very complex topic that I'm going to address in a future video, but kind of in a nutshell, it is linked to obesity, heart disease, hardening of the arteries, and there are a few other illnesses that are believed to be contributed by the imbalance of omega-3 to omega-6. And again, the ratio really should be 1-to-1, which is a more natural state because you know that the animals are eating a food that is more in line with what they're supposed to be eating. Another point that probably is misunderstood has to do with the addition of antibiotics into factory-raised animals, and this particularly is going to be for cattle. Cattle are not supposed to have grain in their diets. They have 4 stomachs, interestingly enough. They're called ruminants. And the very first stomach is designed with bacteria, a specific kind of bacteria that only digests grasses and grass type or leaf type of plants. The bacteria is not designed to digest starchy or grain products. So when the cattle are in feedlots, they get diarrhea and become very sick because of the grains that are fed to them. And so this in turn then makes them very susceptible to illnesses and diseases, and they don't thrive as well. So they're given antibiotics to counteract the grains that they're given. And that is more of the reason why they need antibiotics, and less so because of the living conditions that they're in. The crowding is actually not really what's contributing to the need for the antibiotics. It really has to do with the diet that they're being fed, which is a grain-based diet, which is high in omega-6. So if you're wondering where you can buy meats that have been grass-fed and not factory raised or in a feedlot situation with a lot of grains or foods that are not really adapted for the animals, you can go to localharvest.org and type in your zip code, and you can find a farmer's market that is near your area. And this way you can talk with the growers and you can ask them questions, find out just what exactly they feed the animals, and then you'll be more informed as far as where your food is coming from and the quality of the food that you're getting, so that you do get the high quality meats that your body actually processes far better and is more in line with the health that your body needs. In a future video, I'm going to give you some other food suggestions on how to incorporate more omega-3s in your diet, and I'll also go into some detail about omega-3 and omega-6 so that you have a better understanding of what these actually are, what they mean to you, and why you should care about the ratio of omega-3 to omega-6. Because of my background is in agriculture, I visited quite a number of factory farms or feedlot situations. So in a future video, I'll go more in depth and in detail about my experience visiting these places and give to you the information that I have so that you can make better choices and you understand better where your food is coming from, and know, based on the knowledge that you gain, the choices that you can make are going to be more effective at a grocery store or at a farmer's market if you can go the route of a locally available food and a local grower. Thank you for watching my video. Please visit my website at www.treasuredearthfoods.com. Please rate the video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel Psychetruth so that you can get future videos that have the information that you're looking for. And leave us a comment, and that way we know what it is that you think. Thank you.
If you liked this video, we have hundreds of more alternative videos ranging from sexual health to psychology to mind control. So if you liked it, go ahead and click on me to enter the Psychetruth channel.